Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of British 5 pence coins, small in size but possibly worth a fortune. From rare minting errors to special commemorative issues, some of these tiny coins have become hidden treasures for collectors. You might even have one sitting in your pocket or old coin jar right now without realizing its true value. Stay tuned as we uncover the top British 5p coins that are worth serious money in the United Kingdom, and find out what makes each one so special. Let's get started. First up, the British 5 pence coin began in 1968, 2 years before the UK officially went decimal in 1971. This transition replaced the old shilling-based system with a decimal one, and the 5 pence took the place of the old shilling, both in value and size. But in 1991 a major change occurred. The coin's size and weight were reduced to make it smaller and lighter, aligning it with modern currency needs. This marked the very first year of the new smaller-sized 5 pence coin, meaning that 1991 is an important date in British numismatic history. The 1991 5p coin was made of copper-nickel, an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that familiar silvery shine. It measured 18.0 millimeters in diameter and weighed 3.25 grams. On the obverse or front side, you'll find the beautiful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented sculptor Raphael Maklauf. Her image appears with the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1991, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Turning to the reverse side of the 1991 coin, we find a magnificent crown thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This symbol of Scottish pride and resilience had appeared on the 5 pence since its introduction in 1968, representing unity within the United Kingdom. The thistle's detailed design beneath the royal crown gives the coin a regal and historical charm that has fascinated collectors for decades. Now let's talk about mintage, the number of coins produced. In 1991, the Royal Mint struck 1,452,262,500 of these smaller 5p coins for circulation, along with a smaller number of proof and uncirculated versions for collectors. Because the coin marked the first year of the smaller design, it holds a special place in coin collecting circles, even though it's not rare in circulation. However, pristine proof sets or uncirculated examples from 1991 can carry a decent premium over face value. If your 1991 5 pence coin is in very old or circulated condition, it's typically worth about 5 to 10 pence in the UK, or roughly 6 cents to 12 cents in US dollars. However, if you happen to have one that's in uncirculated or proof condition, you could be looking at a value of around $1 to $3 US dollars, depending on the market and the collector's demand. Special mint errors such as off-center strikes or missing lettering could push the value even higher, sometimes fetching $10 or more from dedicated numismatists. To understand its importance, we must appreciate how this coin represents a pivotal point in British currency history. The 1991 redesign symbolized modernization and efficiency, a move from the larger, heavier coins to smaller, more practical ones that fit better in wallets and vending machines. In many ways, the 1991 5 pence coin is a symbol of transition. It bridges the gap between the traditional era of British coinage and the more compact, modern designs of the late 20th century. Collectors often look for high-grade versions of this coin, especially those kept in their original Royal Mint packaging or proof sets. Over time, coins like this may appreciate modestly, especially as older coins are withdrawn from circulation or damaged. While the 1991 5 pence coin isn't rare, its historical significance as the first of its size gives it collectible value, especially among enthusiasts building a full modern UK decimal set. If you've recently found a 1991 British 5 pence coin in your change or your old piggy bank, take a close look at its condition. Coins with sharp details, original shine, and minimal scratches are more desirable to collectors. You can even have it graded by a professional numismatic service for a better evaluation. Remember, what seems like an old, tiny coin could be a miniature piece of British history sitting in your hands. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss a future upload about rare and valuable British coins. Share this video with other collectors or friends who love coin history. Comment below if you have a 1991 5p coin and tell us what condition it's in. Who knows, you might be holding onto a piece of coinage history worth more than face value. Next up. The original 5p coin introduced in 1968 was larger, made to ease the transition from pre-decimal to decimal currency. But by 1990, it was decided that the coin was too bulky for practical use, so the Royal Mint introduced a new smaller version of the 5p coin, which continued through the 1990s, including the 1995 issue. This version measured just 18.0 millimeters in diameter and weighed 3.25 grams, made from a durable copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel. The coin's small size and silvery appearance made it perfect for daily circulation, yet its symbolic design kept the royal heritage alive. On the obverse side of the 1995 5p coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented sculptor Raphael Maklauf. His design, used from 1985 to 1997, is easily recognizable because of the Queen's regal image wearing the George IV state diadem, the same crown worn on her way to and from the state opening of Parliament. Around the portrait, the legend reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1995 inch, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This elegant portrait connects tradition with modern Britain, representing the monarchy's continuity into the modern age. Flipping the coin over, we see the reverse design created by Christopher Ironside, one of the most respected coin designers in British history. His design features the crowned Scottish thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, surrounded by the words 5p. The thistle represents bravery, endurance, and unity among the four nations of the United Kingdom. The crown above it adds a royal touch, reminding us that even small denominations carry the pride and heritage of the nation's coinage. The simplicity and beauty of this design helped make the 5p one of the most iconic coins in modern British history. The 1995 5p coin was struck by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, which has produced nearly all British coins since the 1970s. Millions of these coins were minted for circulation, meaning it's not particularly rare today, but condition matters a great deal. Coins that have been in circulation for decades often show scratches, dull surfaces, or worn edges. However, coins kept in excellent condition, especially uncirculated or proof examples, are far more desirable to collectors. In good condition like the one we're talking about today, the coin still holds both historical and collectible interest. When it comes to value, the 1995 British 5p coin in good circulated condition typically sells for around 10p to 25p GBP, or roughly 15 cents to 30 cents USD. However, coins that are in brilliant uncirculated condition or come from proof sets can fetch between £1 to £3 sterling, or $1.25 to $3.75 USD, depending on demand and market trends. While this may not sound like much, collectors often see the true value not in the face value or resale price, but in the historical and artistic significance that the coin represents. For many, this coin is a tangible piece of Britain's numismatic journey. It's important to note that 1995 wasn't a particularly rare year for the 5p coin, but certain errors or misstrikes can dramatically increase the value. Examples with doubled lettering, weak strikes, or off-center designs can sometimes sell for much higher amounts, even up to $20 or more, depending on the rarity and condition. That's why every coin collector should inspect their coins closely under good lighting, especially around the date and lettering. Sometimes what looks like an ordinary coin can turn out to be a hidden treasure. From a historical perspective, the 1995 issue represents the stability of the British monetary system during a period of economic and political transition. Britain in the mid-1990s was experiencing cultural change and modernization, and its coinage reflected that, smaller, more efficient, yet still rich in tradition. The 1995 5p coin connects us to a time before the digital era took over, when coins were used daily in shops, buses, and markets. Holding one today is like holding a small piece of 1990s British life, practical, modest, and yet unmistakably royal. Collectors around the world treasure these coins as part of complete decimal sets, especially those who collect each year of the 5 pence series. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, adding a 1995 5 pence coin to your collection provides a glimpse into the evolution of the UK's post-decimal coinage. Its clean design, historical context, and royal imagery make it a timeless piece. For those living outside the UK, it's also a fascinating reminder of Britain's cultural and monetary heritage, and how even small coins can tell big stories. And there you have it, the complete history, design details, and collector's value of the 1995 British 5 pence coin from the United Kingdom. If you enjoyed learning about this little piece of history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive into rare and valuable world coins. Comment below if you've got a 1995 5 pence coin in your collection, and tell us what condition it's in. Maybe you've got one worth more than you think. Stay tuned for more fascinating coin stories and collector's tips right here on our channel. Next up, the British 5 pence coin was first introduced in 1968 as part of the decimalization preparations, replacing the older shilling coin in value. However, the early 5 pence pieces were quite large and made of cupronickel. By 1990, to reduce metal costs and improve practicality, the Royal Mint introduced a smaller version of the coin, identical in design but reduced in size. The 1996 issue falls within this new size era. A compact 18.0mm coin weighing 3.25 grams. It's made of cupronickel alloy, giving it a silvery sheen that stands the test of time, especially when stored in uncirculated condition. On the obverse of the 1996 5 pence coin, you'll find the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This third portrait, used from 1985 to 1997, shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, the same crown worn for the state opening of Parliament. Around the edge, the Latin inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1996, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The detailed craftsmanship of Maklauf's design gives this coin a regal yet modern appearance, celebrating the enduring monarchy during the late 20th century. Turning to the reverse side, the 1996 5 pence coin displays the crown thistle, a design by Christopher Ironside, one of Britain's most respected coin artists. The thistle, Scotland's national flower, sits beneath the crown of St. Edward, representing unity between England and Scotland under the British monarchy. The inscription 5 pence arches above the design, simple yet elegant. Even in today's coins, this classic design remains a nostalgic reminder of the strong national symbols that defined British coinage before the introduction of the new designs in 2008. Now, what makes an uncirculated 1996 5 pence coin so special? Condition is everything in coin collecting. An uncirculated UNC coin is one that has never been used in day-to-day transactions, meaning no scratches, wear, or loss of luster. These coins retain their full mint brilliance and sharp detail. Collectors often grade them between brilliant uncirculated and mint state, depending on surface quality. In the case of the 1996 issue, uncirculated examples often come from mint sets or proof collections, making them much scarcer than circulated pieces, which can be found in everyday change. In terms of mintage, over 300 million 5 pence coins were produced in 1996, so at first glance it might not seem rare. However, when it comes to pristine, uncirculated condition coins, the population drops significantly. Most people spent their coins and only a small percentage were carefully preserved. This is why condition plays a vital role in determining a coin's desirability and value. Collectors who focus on high-grade examples often look for mirror-like luster, clean surfaces, and crisp detail on the Queen's portrait and the thistle design. Let's talk about value, the part everyone is curious about. In circulated condition, a 1996 British 5 pence coin is generally worth its face value of 5 pence, or about $0.06. However, in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, values can range between $1 to $3, depending on grading quality and demand. Coins from sealed Royal Mint sets can fetch a bit more, especially when still encapsulated in original packaging. Collectors value these pieces as affordable entry points into modern British numismatics, especially for beginners who want to own a piece of Queen Elizabeth II's coinage legacy. Beyond monetary worth, this coin tells a broader story about British culture and economic modernization. The smaller 5-pence coin introduced in the 1990s was symbolic of a nation adapting to changing times. Smaller pockets, faster economies, and new technologies in minting. The 1996 issue represents a stable period before the next design overhaul in 2008, when the Royal Shield design replaced older motifs. Holding this coin is like holding a snapshot of Britain's late 20th century identity, proud, traditional, yet forward-looking. For collectors and viewers interested in coin collecting, the 1996 5-pence is a great coin to start learning about grading, minting, and design appreciation. If you own one in brilliant condition, protect it in an acid-free plastic sleeve or coin capsule to prevent oxidation. Keep it away from humidity and fingerprints, as cupronickel can tarnish over time. Building a small collection of 1990s 5-pence coins, from 1990 to 1997, can also give you an affordable but fascinating insight into the Royal Mint's craftsmanship during that era. Before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1996 British 5-pence coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future uploads on rare and valuable coins from the United Kingdom and around the world. Leave a comment below sharing which year of the 5-pence coin you have in your collection, and we might feature it in our next episode. Next up. The 5-pence coin first entered circulation in 1968, ahead of the official decimalization of British currency in 1971. Initially, it replaced the old shilling, maintaining the same size and value in the new system. However, by 1990, the United Kingdom introduced a smaller version of the 5-pence coin to make it more practical for everyday transactions. The 1997 issue belongs to this smaller series, which was introduced to modernize Britain's coinage system and align it with changing economic and production needs. The smaller 5-pence coins were made of cupronickel, an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, known for its durability and silvery shine. This blend ensured the coin remained resistant to corrosion, making it ideal for long-term circulation. The design of the 1997 5-pence coin carries both traditional elegance and national pride. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. His depiction of the Queen, crowned and graceful, was used on UK coins from 1985 to 1997, capturing her regal presence during a period of stability and growth in the Commonwealth. Around the Queen's portrait, the Latin inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1997 inch, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse design, crafted by Christopher Ironside, features the Royal Badge of Scotland, showing a crown thistle, a proud symbol of Scottish heritage, set within a royal coronet. This imagery represents unity within the United Kingdom and honors Scotland's contribution to the nation's identity. When it comes to minting details, the 1997 5-pence coin was produced by the Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, Wales. Millions of these coins were struck for circulation, which means the standard coin in fine condition is relatively common. However, the value of any coin depends on a few key factors, including its condition, minting errors, and rarity of variations. For the 1997 5-pence, coins that have survived in uncirculated or proof condition are more sought after by collectors. Some sets from the Royal Mint's annual collector's pack contain beautifully struck versions that can fetch higher prices compared to circulated ones. These collector-grade coins often retain full luster and sharper details, enhancing their desirability. In fine condition, your 1997 British 5-pence coin is typically valued at around 10 pence to 30 pence GBP, which translates to roughly 12 cents to 38 cents USD. While this might not sound like a fortune, it's essential to remember that coin collecting isn't always about immediate monetary gain. It's about preserving history, appreciating design, and connecting with the story behind each piece. Certain era varieties, such as off-center strikes, double die errors, or planchet flaws, can make a specific coin worth significantly more, sometimes ranging from $5 to $50 or more, depending on rarity and demand among collectors. So, if your 1997 5 pence looks a bit unusual, it might be worth a closer inspection or even a professional grading. To understand why coins like the 1997 5 pence are valued by collectors, we have to look at the broader context of British decimalization. The move to a decimal system in 1971 was one of the most significant changes in British monetary history, replacing centuries of the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The new decimal coins, including the 5 pence, made transactions simpler and helped modernize Britain's economy in the post-war era. The small 1997 coin thus represents both the continuation of this modern currency system and the preservation of British tradition through its royal and national symbols. Every time you hold one, you're literally holding a piece of post-decimal British history in your hand. From a numismatic perspective, collectors appreciate coins like the 1997 5 pence for their role in tracing the evolution of the Queen's portraits over time. Since the Queen's image appeared on UK coins in 1953, there have been several official portraits, each reflecting her age and the changing artistic styles of the times. The Maklauf portrait used in 1997 was soon replaced by Ian Rank Broadley's version in 1998, which portrayed a more mature and realistic depiction of the monarch. This makes the 1997 5 pence the final year featuring the Maklauf design, a subtle but significant detail that adds historical importance for coin collectors and royal memorabilia enthusiasts alike. In terms of collecting and storage, preserving your 1997 5 pence coin properly is crucial if you want it to maintain or increase its value over time. Coins in fine condition should be stored in acid-free holders or protective capsules to prevent oxidation and scratches. Avoid cleaning coins, as polishing can damage the metal surface and reduce collector value. If you happen to have the original Royal Mint presentation pack, keep it intact. The authenticity and packaging can increase the coin's appeal. Over the decades, even common coins like this can become more desirable, especially as younger collectors grow interested in 20th century British coinage. Beyond its numismatic value, the 1997 British 5 pence coin also serves as a nostalgic reminder of everyday life in late 20th century Britain. It circulated widely in pockets, purses, and cash registers during a time when the internet was just emerging, mobile phones were rare, and traditional markets still flourished. For many people, coins like this carry sentimental value. They remind us of simpler times, of vending machines, bus fares, and small change for sweets or newspapers. These emotional connections often make coins far more precious than their face value, adding a layer of cultural significance that money can't measure. So, whether you're holding the 1997 British 5 pence coin as a collector, historian, or simply out of curiosity, it's worth appreciating the craftsmanship, heritage, and stories embedded in this small silver coin. And if you enjoy learning about coin history, hidden values, and the untold tales behind the money we use every day, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode about rare and valuable coins from the United Kingdom and beyond. Comment below if you have a 1997 5 pence in your collection, and tell us what other coins you'd like us to explore next. Until then, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story waiting to be told. Thanks for watching.